Hey, what's up? It's Jason, Mile High Collector. So, yeah, my little stylus is a remote. Who the hell knew? But at any rate, yeah, I ain't dropped a video in a while, and I guess I started the year with a thought anyway of doing like video a quarter as far as like reviews of multiple action figures. Things that I liked, sort of a build up of contenders for figure of the year. So I had a bunch of figures that I included in the first quarter, so to speak. And even though we're damn near here at the end of July, I just got back from San Diego Comic Con. That was awesome. So I won't include those figures, but I got a number of figures here that I think were second quarter for me for the most part. And if you had any of them before, or whatever. If you had them earlier than that, great, cool for you. I didn't, but for the most part, they're new releases, and so I kind of thought that this is when I got in that time frame. So I'll go through them in no particular order, and then I'll kind of try to pare them down at the end of my absolute faves. So I'll grab them in no particular order, but I'll talk about them, tell you what I like. But yeah, Mouse and Goodness. All right, let's start with the one that's closest in view here. So this is yeah, a little bit of cat hair on that. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's the what are they? The 20th of Captain America, and so in my mind anyway, I was thinking, I don't need that. I got the 80th Cap. I don't need the 20th. What the hell's that all about, right? Yeah, what's so special about that? And then I got it for the show, and yeah, phew, it looked good. It looked really good. And then of course, like all the other really good caps, it got hard to find really quick. So I'm like, I ended up getting it again for the show. I took a good look at it, and I'm like, you know what? It's really good, and it kind of does everything that I would want it to. And I was comparing it to my Mezco, sort of visually, and then from an articulation standpoint, Legends versus Mezco. It's almost like not a fair comparison, but Legends won out. And when you consider the fact that you might want to use your Captain America in some real action scenes where you don't want to jack up the cloth because Mezco is a posing type figure, but how much of a scrape do you really want to get him in? Yeah, you don't want to mess up the clothes, right? Gotta be honest. Yeah, so this sort of fit the bill even better. So I decided to sell the Mezco and went with this. I'm a fan. The 80th that I got, my wife actually repainted the eyes on that one, so I'll never get rid of it. It's a great figure, but he had some one going on over here, and I think the other one going on over there. It wasn't a good look on the up close pictures, and certainly wasn't accurate. So I had her repaint those, and so I'll never get rid of that figure. So like comparing them side to side is like not even fair. But I'll say that the texture on this, the fact that they have that going on, plus the sort of suspenders, backpack thingy majig, I'm a fan of. Then you include the bullet holes going on. I like that as well. I thought that was a pretty damn nice touch. And of course, if you don't like that, you can always use one of what I'm sure is probably like 85, 90 different shields you can choose from at this point. I mean, come on, how many Captain Americas have we had? But there's only so many that you're like, damn, that's good, and damn, that's good. Yeah, articulation is spot on. Comes with great accessories, and like I said, it even gave me the comfort that was good enough to actually replace my Mezco. So, say no more. When it comes to an action figure, I want to get scrapes, and I want to get into real scrapes with as far as his posing and things like that. It's not going to be Mezco. I got to be honest. They might do it, but you're going to stress the clothing. Um, and yeah, with a high priced action figure like that, at least I'm probably being unfair. But yeah, when it comes down to like the real scrapes, I don't want to stress any of the any of the Mezcos that I have that are not sort of like ninja loose in the clothing, only because yeah, you don't want to jack them up. They're fucking beautiful. That's why. Okay, I digress. Moving on. Speaking of pretty and clothing and something I wouldn't want to stress too much, um, but a figure that I love nonetheless. So this is from I believe Patriot Studio. Patriot Studios, I think, this who came out with this. This is the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Dude, love it, love it, love it. You would say if it does have any drawbacks, it's maybe a little bit smaller than a Legend. Maybe I would say what the 5.5 inch scale, if there's such a thing. I mean, I don't know what the hell, but that it's so negligible, and I don't know that Joaquin Phoenix as a real person is very large to begin with. So the scale doesn't bother me, and besides, I was a huge fan. I love these things that you can find from some third-party companies, etc. And I don't know if Patriot Studio, had a license or whether they just got my eye. Either way, they got my money, and I was very happy with the results. It comes with a little cigarette that you pull right out. Easy to lose. Only comes with one. Again, easy to lose. Don't do it. Yeah, but good stuff all around. The detail on the clothing's good. Fits good. Yeah, as far as the action figure itself, very good. And again, it's because it's cloth. You don't really want to put it in a high stress situation. And let's face it, I mean, apart from maybe some of the dances that you'd put him in, what did Joaquin Phoenix do when they're doing the movie? At least in this outfit, that would be like, hardcore athletic. Probably not too much. So justified. Moving on. Let's see here. What's next here in sight? Oh yeah, this was one that I was very pleasantly surprised with. So this is the movie Black Series. Black Series of the movie, not movie. Damn it, the Disney Plus show. Ahsoka Tano. They did a very nice job on that sculpt. I was a fan. I was taking a look at it. I'm like, damn, and then she killed it in the role too. So made it very appealing to me in another way as well. Because yeah, she did a great job, and I had to be fair. I'm like, all right, so which one would I like? Do I want them both? The answer was no. The other Ahsoka Tano, Black Series, it was not very stable at all. Now, and of course, I say that, and I have some issues right off the top of standing this one, but keep in mind this is like a little soft cover table, card table, whatever the hell you'd want to call it. So not conducive for standing, but yet there she is. Good ankle pivot. Where on the other one, I want to say it was limited for some reason or another. At least it felt that way. I think it was the heels on the feet that made it very irritating. And then this has also got sort of that split toe design versus the heels, and then the feet are wider, so she does balance a lot better. I like the design of the lightsabers. Black Series always does a very good job of accommodating for and providing sort of key accessories. I wouldn't say they go over the top, but they provide key accessories, and they do a very good job of either adding a gadget to them or integrating them into the figure in very good ways. Obviously I still have the blades and the lightsabers too, but detached, very easy, and they fit along the uniform very nice. They did a great job on the sculpt. Great action figure. Yeah, I got no complaints. I replaced my other one. Bam, it's on the list. How many is on the list? I don't know. Just a bunch. I grabbed them. Let's see here. What else? Oh, yeah. Here's another one. Check this one out. She is badass. This is Storm Collectibles Tyrus Flare. Big fan of this one for, all the regular dude reasons, right? But on top of that, what you have is like a really very good action figure. I mean, it's really exceptional. And wah, 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 wah. Yeah, yeah, you can squeeze. You can squeeze that. Sorry. But yeah, she does have that little bit of overlap in the different sections. So if you get too wild with the poses, you're gonna have to sort of slide that back into position. The way that Storm collectibles are is it's like several different plastic sections over um, a skeleton, sort of an internal skeleton. So what they're able to produce in terms of not only a good feel, because that skin, these overlays, where they are like up here, that's an overlay, whereas that sculpt, these are sculpted pieces. You see how they kind of all slide together, like, we're not going to look, you're looking at her ass, but you see what I'm saying here? The different pieces, they slide together onto the internal skeleton, and they do a very nice job of that. I mean, you could get really nitpicky and talk about gapping and things like that, but then when you talk about, well, I should say, also when you consider the performance of the action figure, how little cloth on this one in particular that you get to even help hide things like that. But look at what they produced. I mean, come on, that's exceptional. And if it's not to you, then fuck off. You're probably a snob. No, I get it. To each their own. But for my own, she's on the shelf. On top of that, she comes with this exceptional, awesome blue dragon that she rides, and I would have grabbed it too, but it's like deep in the setup, and I would have had to have like knocked over like 8 things to like effectively get it up. So I just grabbed her. Yeah, production value. Yeah, so she's on the list as well. Tyrus Flare from Storm Collectibles. Move some other things over here. What else would I include on the list? Oh yeah, this guy without a doubt. DC McFarlane, Todd, buddy, kicked this's ass. I should say this kicks ass, and you kicked its ass. Linguistics, or articulation, or this is badass in any language or bad semblance thereof. The only thing it could have done maybe better, only things, and this was very just because I was beyond satisfied with it. I would have liked to have had an articulated jaw, but look at the teeth they got going on there. That would have been a freaking nightmare. And then I would have liked to have had a couple interchangeable hands. Other than that, what you delivered, not even other than that, what you delivered at a $40 price point is boom, boom, just exceptional stuff. The sculpt on this is really, really fantastic. What I noticed out of the box on this one, as opposed to some of the DC McFarlane you'll see, especially the big deluxes, is sort of how ratchety they are, really stiff in some cases. This is not the case with this one. This was really, really smooth. Elbows were nicer. It's like, I don't know what they did with this one versus some of their other releases. I'm not going to sit here, the type of plastic or the body. I don't know what they did. I just know what they did was awesome. What they delivered here was exceptional across the board. Killer Croc, couldn't recommend it enough. Just a big fan. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say. Just it's flat out awesome. Big. There's him versus Mountain Dew, one of my non-sponsors. You could hear that. Dew, looking at you, buddy. Like you want to. Sorry. Okay, but yeah, Killer Croc, he's freaking awesome. Deserves to be on the list all day, every day. Yeah, big fan. I'm not sure how easy that is to find, but if you see it out there, don't hesitate. Because maybe you had a bad experience with another McFarlane Deluxe in the past. This is an improvement. Just trust me. Yes, big figure too, and not incredibly hard to balance, which I was also kind of impressed with considering the things they did like with his ankles. But moving on, let's check this one out. This was from Re-Edit, which is I don't even know. So this was the one. This is the one you see in like all those Game Stops that people don't want to buy for whatever reason. To each their own. But I can tell you this: I had this up in my show, and people asked about it, wanted and asked about it for a long time. But then nobody ever pulled the trigger. So eventually, it became like the thing in my store slash show that I'm like, you know what? That's like the best thing that I don't have. So I opened it up dude, it is really, really, really nice. All of the moving parts, the way it feels, the weight, the exceptional articulation, the way it holds really, really incredibly dynamic poses. Um, I'm not even a Halo guy, but I can appreciate the hell out of this figure. I wish my first re-edit would have been something I would personally love more, but I'll tell you what, as far as delivery of an action figure, Jesus, I mean, I'm not a Halo guy, but here I am. I'm very proud to own this figure. So I hope that in and of itself speaks volumes. Uh, just, yeah, yeah, it's worth it. If you're waiting for some sale, I'm sure you're like one of many. So take your chances on that. Because I haven't seen a whole lot of people that are selling this one loose. I don't know, maybe they are. But yeah, I think once you open this, you're just gonna fall in love with it. I did. Made me want to watch a little Halo, that show. But I'm so damn busy. I, moving on. Yeah. So here's one that I thought was really interesting. And again, I had it in the show. And I still have one actually. I still have another one. So I have another one of these for the show, but I happened upon this one at my local comic book store, which I guess somebody had asked for, and then didn't come back to get it. So it was sitting there, and I knew I had one in the show, and I knew I liked the looks of it, and I'm like, damn, well, let me grab that. And they hooked me up with it, and yeah, I opened it with, and I still have zero complaints. This is Super 7 Conan. Any of you out there that opened the first wave of the Conan figures were probably very impressed with three of the figures. The one you probably didn't like was Conan. It didn't look very good. It didn't look very accurate. I can't lie. This, on the other hand, this isn't bad at all. This looks pretty good. And as far as the weapon, oh, dude, come on, look at that shit. Comes with the not detachable. What you're thinking? Not the '80s song. No, the detachable sheath, or what the hell you call it. I mean, protective wrap at this point, because I mean it only covers like the sharp end of the blade, and then the sharp end of the blade stops right there. I mean, the sharp sides of the blade stops right there. The rest of this is like sculpt, etc. Sure, it says, or some awesome design. How accurate it is, I don't know. I haven't gone back to watch the movie, but the action figure itself is very good. You can get that because it's just a peg. You just plug it right into the belt, and you can keep it out of the way if you want. Down, you can bring it forward. Yeah, I like the fact that I can keep it the hell out of the way. And if you really want to, I guess now that I'm looking at it, you can use it like as a tail-based thing. Yeah, extra bonus plan. It's Super 7. You're getting Super 7 articulation. They didn't do anything extra special there. but what they had to work with, they executed very well. Everything from the blood splatter, the paint, the weaponry, some of the details on his extras, including the boots. And yeah, couple that with Super 7 articulation, and I think, yeah, you've definitely got a winner. I like it. Yeah, definitely. Definitely found a spot on my shelf. I don't have a Conan shelf per se. What I did is I mixed this with my Mythic Legions, and that was not a bad move at all. No, that was not a bad move at all. All right, moving on. What's next here? Okay, so how about also the 20th Hulk, right? So I'm a Hulk guy. And yeah. It's yeah. It's a reuse of a body mold. We know that. We absolutely know that. People were complaining about the head sculpts. That's not indicative of his balance. He stands very well. One moment, please. Looking at you two. Yes! Hulk. I am a Hulk guy. It's a reuse. We know that. People had their say so like they always do, but guess what? When you include the extras that they did, which I thought were really good, the base, I definitely put that to use. I love the little comic book background. The extra helmet from Mandroid looked like he had ripped off. The hands, the two heads, and the packaging. I'm not an in-package guy, but I'm sorry. When you just that's such a kiss on the lips to what Toy Biz used to be. It was a thing of beauty. Well done, Hasbro. Yeah, with both at least the 20th Cap as well as the 20th Hulk, I think they did an exceptional job. The paint that they did use is not just a reuse of at least seemingly not a reuse of previous and more previous versions of this particular body mold. I think they used a different green. To me, I'm a fan of it. I think I could probably reuse one of the hands if I wanted the double-fisted hands for my Immortal Hulk now, or the San Diego Comic-Con Hulk. Yeah, the 80th San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So that green one, I think I could probably reuse one of the hands if I wanted to. But as a standalone action figure, yeah, damn good. Certainly deserved a spot on the list for Q2 and the things that I opened. I liked it more than I thought I would, and then you couple that with what they did as far as sort of the nostalgia on the packaging, the big kiss in the lips to Toy Biz. I think a lot of us collectors really appreciated the hell out of that. Maybe a painful reminder for some, but for me, I just thought it was very nice because I wasn't really doing this when Toy Biz was doing their thing. I can't lie. I'm a late bloomer. Moving on. Yes, Hulk, big Hulk guy, and then that deserves a spot on the list. So here's an unusual one for you. So here is Stone Cold Steve Austin. You'll notice it does not come with these hands. I did that. Where do I get them? Which is kind of like, one of those things that to me, it kind of adds to it. So, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So first of all, what they did on the detail. Good detail. It comes with several head sculpts, several different pairs of hands, some other accessories, etc. Good stuff. I'm a big fan of the action figure, no doubt. I mean, as far as that goes. And then you couple that with the fact that it's a WWE Ultimate. I recently got into those, and I'm sorry, as far as action figures go, these are pretty damn exceptional. I can't lie. The amount of articulation they put on these, including the butterfly shoulders, that's just impressive as hell. Now, where did I get the gloves? I took those off of it was the Mr. T Roddy Piper 2-pack, which was, I think, a ringside exclusive. I think that's the one, ringside, just some shit like that. Yeah, ringside collectibles, I think is what it is. But at any rate, yeah, I included this in because I have so much freaking fun with it. Yeah, that's a great action figure. So I guess maybe this is a stand-in for what you could say is all of the WWE Ultimates. Maybe they don't all hit the exact period that you want them to now or yet, but maybe they will. And when I included the fact that the Ultimates also are able to take these gloves on, that was like a whole new level of fun for me. Yeah, so needless to say, I'm having it. So with that in mind, I decided to include that on the list. Yeah. Let me see here. I only got a few more. What's up, kid?
No, I was just seeing what you were doing.
Oh, you're just watching a video? Okay. Yeah, I'm recording a video for YouTube. Live. It's not live.
Oh. For YouTube?
Yeah.
I guess so watch it.
Yeah, you could watch it. Okay, so the next one on my list is a very recent acquisition. This is the Jurassic Park, what do they call this? Not the Amber Collection. Damn it. This is the...
Ah! Did you already forget?
Yeah, I forget the collection. It's the most, after the Amber Collection, there was the Hammond Collection. That's what it is. This is the Hammond Collection Jurassic Park T-Rex. So, first of all, I should note that this doesn't have any of those weird gadgets or anything like that, like, for the kids' toys. So these are highly articulated. This is a bendy tail at the end. Got two different joints at 2 right there, and it will move all over the place, and it'll support weight absolutely. Great execution on there. There's a little bit out on those legs, just enough actually. You've got ankle pivot, come on, and a joint here and a joint here. That's on both legs. Yeah. And his arms also articulated at the elbows. Got a little bit going on there. Got a mid joint going on there. Oh, but wait, there's more. Got another one there, and it's covered up by a piece of molded plastic.
Dad, how long
go ask Riley. She'll help you. All right. So, and then the jaw. That's the money right there, right? But wait, there's more. You see the tongue sticking out? There's a joint in that. Come on, his tongue is on a joint. That's freaking awesome. Yeah. 1, 2 clicks on that. Big time. Look at the eyes, what they did with that. Somebody said, or I think it was my buddy Justin, he described it as painting behind and then putting a piece of amber looking plastic over the eye. And it's a great effect. I think this is the exact, maybe, damn it, I should probably take it upstairs and compare it. I think this might be the same dinosaur. At least it's got the exact same articulation anyway, as the T-Rex that comes in the San Diego Comic-Con Outback set, or I'm sorry, the Outhouse set. Yeah, dude, love this thing to death. Best dinosaur they've done to date. The Velociraptors, etc. All of those were exceptional, but the one thing you were missing was badass size and the predator aspect of it. Oh my god, this hit all of those points. Beautiful job. Hammond Collection from Mattel Jurassic Park T-Rex. It's $50 at retail. It doesn't have any of those. There's no sound effects. There's no do this or anything like that. No, it's just a really well done, well articulated T-Rex. Can't recommend it enough. Yeah, easily on the list. Another thing that let me get this right here. This I haven't done yet either. This might be a little bit touchy at first. Okay, so this is Spirit. I'm going to say that this is like a stand-in for both Spirit and Storm Shadow, and probably the Cobra Officer as well. The recent wave from G.I. Joe Classified. Yeah, that's just how I have them posed downstairs. But I mean, look at that. The number of accessories here is very remarkable. You got the sniper rifle, which attaches to the backpack, but wait, there's more. The eagle actually attaches to the backpack, but wait, there's more. The eagle has a little bit of articulation where you can actually mimic him flying. He's got another set of wings, which are foldable, and then he's got his flying wings as well. You've got your sidearm, you've got a chest knife, you've got a thigh knife as well. Yeah, accessories galore. This wasn't even like one of my primary G.I. Joe guys growing up or anything like that. And I respected him just like the rest of them, but he wasn't like one of my guys. But they did this so well, I can't lie. I had to have it. I have it on my shelf right now because it looks fantastic. The Storm Shadow is also fantastic. The most recent one. That is great, and the only reason I didn't choose that one over this one is even though I love the accessories, I could have used a couple more set of hands with the Storm Shadow. But that's why I give his Spirit just slightly the nod over that one. Here's another one, and down to our last two. Then we can wrap this video up. Check this freaking beast out. So this is 3-0 Hulkbuster. Let me give you some context. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. This thing is huge. And is it just like a statue or something? Hell no. This thing is articulated madness. It's so good. It is ridiculously good for how big it is, what it can do. I mean, look at this. Just that. The legs are not a lot different at all. It's got chest joints. The thing opens up. You can put the top half of the Iron Man in there. The Iron Man himself was very close to making the list, also from 3-0. But he probably would have, in all honesty. Except for Iron Man's not like a personal favorite of mine. Beyond that, though, I don't think a die-cast Iron Man is like groundbreaking, right? But look at this thing. I mean, that's like it's Hot Toys-esque, if not better, as far as when you include the articulation and everything else. Just maybe taking it down a slight notch, because I wouldn't say this is 1/12. I would say this is probably, damn, I don't even know what scale to actually call it appropriately, but it's beautiful. It's just freaking beautiful. Light up features, everything else. I mean, yeah, dude, it's can't say enough about this. The price tag was intimidating. However, the delivery was easily worth the shock value of the price tag. What they did with it is exceptional. There's not any other figure that I've ever bought, which I literally like. It dominated my entire like Hulk collection for like a good month. Just because the way I had it posed is actually dominating all of my Hulks, and I'm a Hulk guy. So that tells you anything how impressive this is and how much fun you can have with it. Oh, come on. Just come on. Come on. It's just awesome. Pure awesome. It's huge. It's stable. It's articulated as hell. And again, you can put the upper half of Iron Man in there as well. So this part comes out. This comes out like Iron Man launching out of there. No shit. Yeah, it's awesome. There's no amount of awesome that this isn't. If this doesn't make my end of the year list for best figures of the year, it's because I freaking forgot about it. Yeah, does that cover it? I think I like it. All right, and then the last one on the list is only one action figure, but I'm going to bring it up with another just to sort of, give you a visual of how impressive this thing is. This is Kintaro. So I know that a lot of folks are familiar with the Goro that's been around for years, and now it's commanding like $300. And then yeah, you've had a couple of other recent ones that really shot up there in price. But check this out. This is Kintaro. Storm Collectibles. You know what version of Mortal Kombat this was? I don't know. It wasn't part of any Mortal Kombat that I played. Now I wasn't a guy that played every single version of it. I played it in the arcade, etc. But I literally have him on the stand. I mean, not the stand. I mean, literally have him downstairs in this pose. And just because of the softness of the table, it's just making it a little bit harder. But yeah, there you go, without a whole lot of manipulation there, and that's on a soft table. His ankles are a lot better than the way Goro's were. They're also wider, so he's far more stable and just as impressive. In this case, he also comes with some accessories for his fatality. That he does specifically with Sub-Zero. It should be noted that there's an event exclusive from San Diego Comic-Con that I just grabbed. I haven't opened. It's going to be for the show, at least initially. But it comes with a fatality, I'm assuming very similar to, if not identical to that for Scorpion. So I don't know what the hell that looks like. I can just see that there's a Scorpion gauntlet behind the Kintaro up there, and I'm like, oh, what's the rest of it look like? Yeah, dude. Because yeah, I mean, literally, what they have is like things where you can tear his arms off, his head off. He's got it pulled in half right now. If that tells you anything, I mean, dude, this guy has violence galore, and the event exclusive is also bloody, I should mention, so that probably makes a great deal of sense too. Yeah, excellent figure. Can't say enough about it. As far as how accurate it is, it's accurate to a cartoon in a video game, right? So I don't care. But what I can see, what they delivered to me is just freaking incredible. I mean, just there's not a whole lot of words for it other than that. It's awesome. Period. End of story. Made the list. And with that, I guess that covers the list. If dude, yeah, that's just too much. I mean, I could pare that down if I wanted to, but that would take like more thought, and this video is probably already long as shit anyway. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and kill it from there. But yeah, that's the list. What do you think? That's my Q2s anyway. So I didn't include anything I opened at San Diego Comic-Con or anything like that, or opened from San Diego Comic-Con. Make sure. I don't want to be a dumbass. Yeah, because I opened Kintaro just before I left. Alright, cool. We're straight. I got a couple things. But I didn't include them on purpose. Alright, so with that, yeah, that wraps up the video. Got any questions, comments? You can drop them down in the comments section. I'm pretty good about getting back to people, but yeah, appreciate you checking it out. If you got any thoughts about things that I missed, I'm sure I missed a lot. I didn't open everything, but these are the things that I opened that I thought were particularly notably good. So yeah, if you got any questions, comments,